Hi guys, it's Phathu and I'm back with another episode of Fixed in Fashion, and today we're going to be talking all things starting a fashion business. I'm joined by Nadia Beeslaar today. Hi Nadia, pleased to have you in studio today.
Hello, my surname changed to Beeslaar.
Yes! Oh my god!
So my surname is not Van Wyk anymore, but yeah.
So yes, I mean I got so used to Nadia Beeslaar. You know, you went by Nadia Beeslaar for a very long time until you recently got married.
I got married.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Nadia Beeslaar, sorry about that.
Okay.
So I'm pleased to have you in studio today. I mean it's been very lovely watching you run your brand and watching you like go from the starting days to like how well you've done for yourself right now. Can you tell us more about yourself and what it is that you do?
So obviously my name is Nadia Beeslaar. I'm 23 years old, and yeah, I'm the owner of a local clothing line. That's name is nvw.thelabel. So I kept that as my initials. I didn't want to change it when I got married because I still feel like, you know, that's me. So yeah.
Okay, so today I want us to talk all things starting an online fashion business. I mean, you've done it for a couple of years now, you've done it very successfully. How has that journey been?
I mean, successfully, it's like, it's a big word. But yeah, we've started in 2019, like at the end of the year. So it's almost 2 years now that I've had my brand. But it's been a challenge, I have to say, because we started end of 2019, which means in 2020, when we were just starting to pick up, hard lockdown came. So we were like, okay, so I guess that's that. So there's been a lot of challenges.
Yes.
There's been a lot of challenges. But I mean, I think every business owner around the world can agree that starting a business it's not easy. You get challenged. Like I had a conversation with my dad the other day about starting a business and owning one, and we were like, because I saw my dad growing up having his own businesses and stuff. So I was like,
where you get your inspiration from.
Yes. So I was like, oh, my dad's living a life. Obviously, me not knowing what goes into owning like your own business, and now sitting in that position, I'm like, no. It's not as fun as it looks.
But I'm pretty sure you wouldn't have it any other way.
No, not any other way. Listen, with every challenge and everything that comes across like my life and the challenges on the business and everything, you still, like I have a love for it, I have a passion for it. So it's not something that I would be like, I don't want it anymore. Although like once a month you're like, okay, let's just quit and do something else. But yeah, I think it's part of owning it, like nothing good comes easy. So yeah, I think
you have to work first.
Unfortunately, you have to. But yeah, like I said, every business has its challenges, and starting a business isn't easy, especially at a young age. I mean, especially, obviously, everyone is aware. I mean, you are aware as well. Yeah, because you also have your own line and stuff. Yeah, I do think it has its challenges. It's not easy, but at the end of the day, it's something that you love and that you're passionate about. So yeah.
And just having that is just, the feeling is just so rewarding.
Yeah, it's so rewarding.
So who would you say if there's someone out there looking to start a fashion business in particular, what would you say the starting points are? Where would you say one should start when it comes to building a fashion business?
So I failed my second year, so that's why I wasn't in third year, due to a lot of reasons. So me going out that space and mind and knowing, okay, I failed, like what am I going to do now? Like I can't do anything. It was difficult, and you know, the thing that got me started was just praying about it. I prayed a lot. I was like, God, like I don't know where to go. No one wants me, like you can't get a job in this country, and even if you can, you need experience, and there's so many things that just went against me, and I was like, I don't know what to do. And I spoke to my dad one day and I was like, listen Dad, like what am I supposed to do? So obviously a lot of doors, and he said like help me and all of that, and then I just knew that's where I wanted to go. So I would say pray about it, because like I said, starting a business isn't easy, and I don't think it's like necessarily for everyone. Although if you want to go for it, go for it. But yeah, that's the one thing I'll say you start at, and then education can be helpful in some degree.
It's not the be and end it all though.
Yeah, it's not like, you know, my dad, he only had grade 9.
Yes.
And I mean, he's been having a business for like 30 years now, and everything that he learned is by experience and by making mistakes and
learning in real life.
Yes, like how it really is, because you can study and get a degree like at fedisa, and I think
and do nothing.
Literally, I don't use half the things that I've learned, which is not good advice, but I'm just saying some like jobs or some, I have to be honest, some like I would say jobs or like line of work, I would 100% like go get your education.
Yes.
But like I do think some things, you can do without education. That shouldn't be something to stop you. So I would say do research a lot. I don't think you should wake up tomorrow and just start a business, because that wouldn't be very knowledgeable, it wouldn't be very clever. So I would say you could do your research on clothing, if it is a clothing line you want to do, on clothing, on fabrics, on business. Like for instance, I think one of the big things that you should do before starting anything is have a business plan.
Yes.
I think loads of people that start out, because a business plan isn't fun. Like I wouldn't say I enjoyed writing out my business plan, you know, it wasn't fun. There's a lot of things that you had to go like really think about and really go deep, but at the end of the day, you know, when you kick off your business that you have something to go back to.
Yes.
So I would even say doing a business plan is very important, to know where you want to take your business and what your business is going to be based on, and your love for it and just everything about it. I think it's good to have a business plan. And lots of research. Like I said, I think it's very important to know where you're going into. Even if it's something that you're fully known with. Like I'm known with clothes, I'm used to it, I know fabrics, although I'm still learning some fabrics that I didn't even know existed. I just think it's a good idea to just do some research.
Yeah. Okay. So can you discuss the most common business models that are very popular within the South African fashion industry as a whole? Whether this is selling your clothing or your products online on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, as opposed to building a professional website. What do you think works best? What works best for you in particular? I know at some point you were Instagram based and then you did move on to a website. So what do you say the difference between the two are?
So when I started my business, you know, there wasn't a lot of capital to like have everything 100% from the start.
Yes.
So when I started my Instagram, I took orders on DM, I posted photos on Instagram, all of that, and then later on I was like, okay, I have the finances and I do think it's a good business decision to start a website. Yeah, it's a good investment because people can see what's on Instagram, but then like they have to go into that photo, read the captions, send you DM. Like it's a lot of extra effort, and like sometimes, you know, you'll post something and then you won't have it in store anymore. I contacted her. I was like, listen, what would you ask? Because at the time she was also doing my dad's website, so I was like, okay, maybe she'll give me a discount because she does my dad's website as well. And then she gave me a really good price to do my website. It was a once-off fee at first.
Okay.
So she did like, still today if I want to redesign, she gives me like a
redesigning fee.
Yes, redesigning fee. And then monthly I pay her like a salary, not a salary, like a fee.
Handling fee.
Yeah,
admin fee, yes.
Yeah, like an admin fee. Like if I in like month, but it's a set amount, so it covers everything that needs. Because obviously, when you have a website, you have to pay for not just her. You have to pay for your domain. You have to pay for a lot of other things. So I pay her monthly. For doing like changes, like adding pictures, taking pictures down, whatever. Oh, look what your budget is. There's people that's affordable. Like there's a lot of people starting out that is like a reasonable price. So you don't have to take the people that ask you 10 grand to do a website. But I do think website or online store is very important. But you don't have to beat yourself up if you can't afford it just yet.
So for now, Nadia, I feel like I want to talk about the dress that I feel like for me broke the internet in 2020.
Yeah.
The Insta dress.
Yeah.
How did you start? Where did that start? What was the inspiration? I mean, a masterpiece, in my opinion. I'm wearing one of them right now, and I feel so lucky to even be in one of these. Because these are like so perfect.
Yeah.
You know, they're so perfect. So what was the process like?
So, especially the designing process was a battle. I'm not even gonna lie. I tell so many people, like, I think we had like 5 samples. It took us over like 3 months, and it was in the pandemic, so it was like difficult. But yeah, this is our bestseller, obviously. Like, so because my brand is very limited edition.
Yes.
So I make something for a period of time, but like that is what I'm based on. I don't do collection drops and it stays
For long.
Yeah, because I feel like
in and out.
Yeah.
New in.
So for me, because I would go to Mr. Price or Zara or wherever, and then I'll buy a dress, and then tomorrow everyone's wearing it, and then I'm like, well, that's awkward. So for me, I wanted to create something that goes in and it goes out. And this dress came, like, I think it blew up my business. I think this was the reason
This
for
dress
that.
is not going to go out. I don't think anytime
And that's
soon.
the thing, I didn't even know that.
Yes.
I remember like my business being so down in the dumps,
Yes.
and I literally told my seamstress, I was like, listen, I don't think we can be able to move any further now. Like, it's just been bad. And something just caught my eye because the puffs were in style, the baby doll effect were in style.
Yes.
So I was like, let's create a dress that's super flowy, that has puffs, that whatever. But the designing process was so long. Because
to be honest, just from a design perspective, just looking at the dress and trying to dissect your step A to B to Z, you can tell how much work was put into it. Because the flow, the structure, and just everything just like speaks for itself.
And the most difficult part about it was the bust. Because so many girls have different size busts. Like, you can be a small, but your breasts are not as small.
Yes.
So you can order a small, but then the dress is gonna fit like my little itty bitty boobies.
Differently on everyone.
Yes. So that was our most challenging thing, and we had to go through so many things to make sure. And that's why we had the little stretch or the rake, what's it in English? The elastic.
Yes, the small thing in the back.
Yeah, at the back. So it does give you that space if you do have a bigger bust than other people.
Yes.
But yeah, it was honestly just a style, and I came across it in the middle of the night. I was like praying, I was like, God, I just need one thing to blow this business, or to just save this business.
Yes. Would you say this was your blow up?
It was just definitely
without a doubt.
I don't think my business would still be here if it wasn't for this dress.
Oh my God.
So yeah, that's why I still have her around. I still keep her. I still do different
And we want her
styles
for all the years to come.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully one day it goes out of style and we have something else that's amazing, like this dress, which is also a new dress. But yeah, so that dress literally saved my business, and actually owe everything to it.
Yeah,
so I'm
that
glad.
Is so inspiring. That is so inspiring.
Thanks. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to know more about her story, and I'm glad I finally do. What did you say? The importance of having a certain aesthetic, be it through your Instagram feed or your website, having a certain look that your brand has. What's the importance? Do you think that has an influence on the customers you attract? Having a certain look, style.
Yeah. I personally do think it does. I think an aesthetic is very necessary for a brand. I mean, if you look at like influencers, if you go onto their page, they have a vibe, and it's something that you are attracted to. It's like their own marketing. Like, you want to follow them because you like the way their page look. You like the way their photos are making sense. They don't have like a blue photo and then a pink photo.
All cohesive.
Yeah, it all flows nice. Yes. And that's part of your marketing strategy as well. Well, I believe it is, because that attracts people. It wants them to follow you, and it wants like them to be a part of your brand, because your aesthetic is pleasing to the eye.
Yes.
So I do think it's necessary, and on your website as well, I do think you should stick to like who you are. And that's why I say a lot of brands are different. Like, some brands are very bright and colorful, and their website and the Instagram page and everything around it like describes it, like it makes sense. But if your Instagram is like bright and your website is like very flat and okay, then it's there's like a okay, cool. But yeah, that's just me personally. I mean, if you don't do it,
that's you.
but yeah, I do think I'm having an aesthetically pleasing looking Instagram page.
I do think so as well.
It's necessary.
That's definitely. You get attracted to what like.
Exactly,
like
it makes your brand look.
Yes. And even when you like come across similar things on the feed, you're like, wait, this must be nvw.thelabel.
Exactly.
This must be.
Yeah.
So that's really good. And what would you say has been rather the most rewarding thing running your own business?
So inside the business, like where the workplace is, it's very rewarding knowing, you know, that you can, especially in this country, that you can give job opportunities.
Yes.
I mean, there's so many seamstresses and so many people looking for a job, and just knowing that you can give that and be, you know, just help people with a job. I mean, that's the most rewarding thing for me inside, and I do wish and I hope that I can freaking give more people jobs. But yeah, on outside, it's just knowing people wear my clothes and they get married in it. I mean, I had a few people get married in my white holistic dress. I had people graduating in my dresses. I had people, you know, going to parties and stuff. And like that is, like when people tag me in the photos, I'm like, just knowing you wearing what I created and what I love and what I put so much love and effort in. And yeah, that's the most rewarding thing for me, just making other people look beautiful and knowing they are in love with my clothes as much as I am.
Touching on that, I want us to go back to talking about Alisa once we're done with this.
Okay.
But I'll this last question for you. Where would you say you see nvw, the label, in the next 5 to 10 years, let's say? Because I mean, even just for me in the short space of, I mean, it's almost 2 years now, I feel like you've done so much, you've done so well. Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
This is very difficult. Like when I saw this question, I was like, like obviously you have a goal and you have a vision and you're supposed to have one. But I mean, it changes so much. But for me personally, with the grace of God and the help of God, I really honestly want to have literally a studio where we're sitting in right now. Like I want a big studio. I want to have a space for a fitting room. I want to have a whole studio for my seamstresses. I want to have a few seamstresses. I want people to do different types of things, because obviously my business, like I have a nvw home now as well, and I have a nvw kids. So I want like sections where we work on that. I want it to be all over SA, which is already, it's happening because I see people all over South Africa wearing my clothes. But yeah, I just wanted to have like a little empire of my own and employ people under me and give people jobs, opportunities, and honestly, like, yeah, I just wanted to be bigger.
Yeah, so expansion.
Expand, yes. I want to be like, people must know. Obviously, I want to have stores, but I don't, that's not 100% a goal as of
I think
now.
Also, like going through the pandemic, it's just shown a lot of us how running a business online and only online is possible. And
it is possible.
You can be very successful off of that. Thanks to COVID.
Yes. You're ruining everything.
Honestly, hey, honestly. Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, Nadia. It was lovely having you here with us. I hope you guys watching on the other side of the screen did learn a thing or two about starting your own fashion business, and I do hope you get those fashion businesses started. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.